Tucked away in Toronto's Chinatown, a church founded by 12 escaped slaves still stands. And yet, over its 195-year history, the loss of the last year was unlike any other.
Never have we seen what we saw last year.
Here we are at First Baptist Church, Toronto, 101 Huron Street. Glad you can join us on this beautiful day.
Wendell Gibbs is the pastor at First Baptist Church. He says Black communities are reeling without being able to gather, pray, and worship together.
I mean, the pandemic has made the opposite to what church is: fellowship, gathering, hugging and communing. But that strengthens our resolve.
The Black church has long been a source of strength through enslavement, the struggle for civil rights, and everyday discrimination.
It's often the place where Black folk get their first experience of leadership at a table where they're equal and where conversations can be held in a safe place about those things that we as a community are struggling with.
No justice! No peace! No justice! No peace!
After a summer of protests again demanding justice, and in the midst of a pandemic that's hitting Black populations hardest,
oh, freedom.
Virtual services on Facebook Live are giving the congregation a sense of connectivity.
We only missed the very first service at March the 15th. That Sunday was the only Sunday we missed. Other than that, we've been online ever since.
But as Reverend Denise Gillard points out, some of the city's newer Black churches don't own property.
They've been tossed out of their spaces, and my church would be an example of that. I mean, we rented community space.
She says houses of worship everywhere can no longer ignore technology. It's in that spirit First Baptist Church gifted a computer to a fellow ministry to encourage them to get online as well.
This is for life. Online is the church's lifeline.
We know the potential that this church has.
For the young people who are keeping this ship afloat, there are even bigger plans.
We see possibly a big production setup that doesn't just allow church live stream services, but for other organizations to come into here, that if they want to get online or produce something here, that we provide an option for them.
While the church faces a new challenge of relevance, Gillard says it will endure.
The churches, they're survivors, especially the Black church. I mean, it's having the rug pulled out from under our feet is a known and lived experience.
Caryn Ceolin, City News.